the night turns into darkness as we begin the longest night of all.
Watching, waiting, night is waiting on the longest night of all.
Looking around, we see the darkness turning within, we hope for light. Here in our circle, deep in dreaming, silent we wait throughout the night. Watching, waiting, light is fading on the longest night of all. Oh, can you see it? Can you feel it? As a different time begun. Here in the darkness, late December, comes the brightness of the sun. Watching, waiting, light is fading on the longest night of all. Watching, waiting, light is breaking on the longest night of all. Somebody build a manger down in Bethlehem. Somebody build a manger down in Bethlehem. Somebody build a manger down in Bethlehem. Because an angel told me the king is on his way. Y'all want to clap? Someone fill the lanterns, someone light the way. Someone find a stable where Emmanuel can stay. Someone make him welcome, someone ring a bell. Yeah, you can stand. Spread the wings, shout the joy, fill with the noise and prayer. Everybody, somebody build a manger down in Bethlehem. Somebody build a manger down in Bethlehem. Somebody build a manger down in Bethlehem. Because an angel told me the king is on the way. Here we go now. Somebody hold the stable down in Bethlehem. Somebody clean the stable down in Bethlehem. Somebody clean the stable down in Bethlehem. Because an angel told me the king is on his way. And a little higher now. Somebody light.
Hello, I'm Dr. Jasmine Lee, one of the music coordinators serving Cedar Lane. Thank you to everyone who is joining us on this live stream. This is our second concert of the season, and we are happy to feature the U.S. Army Chorus. They have produced a lovely Christmas concert for us, and you're in for a treat. I want to thank everyone who made this concert possible. The first person being our Director of Music Emeritus, Dr. Henry Segrishi, also known as Sergeant Major Retired Henry Segrishi. He served in the U.S. Army Band for 27 years playing trumpet and was a special bugler for high-level ceremonies. Because of his connection with the Army, we've had the pleasure of hosting the Army Chorus in a past season of the concert series. I also want to thank the people from the Army Band and Chorus who I've been in communication with since July. Master Sergeant Emily Randall, Master Sergeant Cliff Auger, Sergeant First Class Matthew Heil. And a big, big, big thank you to the AV team working to stream this concert today, Mike Morse, Michael McCrickard, and Todd Chernikoff. Although we can't go to any in-person concerts at this time, I hope this music provides some joy and comfort during these unprecedented times. With that being said, I'll hand it off to the U.S. Army Chorus, directed by Lieutenant Colonel Tovin. Hope you all enjoy the concert.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year, of the year. It's the happiest season. It's the happiest season of all, with greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the happiest season of all. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful, most marvelous, most fabulous, most joyous, most wonderful time of the year. The most wonderful time of the year.
It is indeed the most wonderful time of the year. Greetings and happy holidays. I'm Sergeant First Class Jesse Neese. On behalf of Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Tovin and the entire Army Chorus, welcome and thank you for joining us. Unfortunately, due to social distancing restrictions, this is the best we can do this year as we all find virtual ways to celebrate this holiday season. I know we all cannot wait for the day when we can flood the performing spaces with audiences and performers once again. I understand the ministry at Cedar Lane enjoys a robust music program, which I'm certain can be in part contributed to Dr. Henry Segrici, and of course your accompanist, Dr. Jasmine Lee. As I'm certain many of you know, Dr. Segrici's time as a bugler with the United States Army Band Pershing Zone paved the way and connected us for this virtual Christmas concert. In the planning phase of the program, Dr. Lee suggested we include opportunities for questions from members of the congregation. So, in between songs, we'll provide responses to some of the most common questions regarding everything Army Chorus. We hope this is a fun way to share with all of you what I personally believe to be the best job in the Army. So we'll jump right in with our first set of questions from Dr. Lee.
What is your musical background? To become a member of the Army Chorus, do you need a degree in music performance and/or have experience performing in opera or musical theater?
Hi, Dr. Lee. I'm Staff Sergeant Kyle Tomlin, a member of the 1st Tenor Section of the Army Chorus. The only explicit requirements for membership are that you are of enlistment age, between 18 and 34 years old, and that you are a U.S. citizen. While a performing degree isn't necessarily a must, you'll find that most members of the chorus have at least one degree, if not two, as well as several years of performing experience. Personally, I have a bachelor's degree from Penn State University, as well as a master's of voice performance from the University of Michigan. Before I joined the Army Chorus in 2017, I spent about 7 years traveling the country on the regional opera circuit, as well as performing as a soloist with symphonies and other organizations all over the country. And you'll find that the music experience of most of our singers in the Army Chorus also includes a lot of wide-ranging musical fields, from musical theater, professional choral, the opera stage, as I've mentioned, as well as some nationally ranked barbershop singers. To find out more about us as individuals, feel free to visit the website at www.usarmyband.com. Thanks.
What is the audition process like?
Hi, Dr. Lee. I'm Sergeant First Class Matthew Richardson, the auditions coordinator with the United States Army Chorus. When we have an opening in our ensemble, we send out advertisements to colleges, universities, graduate school programs, and online internet forums designed to help young singers find work in the music industry. All of the people who see our advertisements are used to taking many different auditions throughout the year to find work, so we try to structure our audition to look as familiar to them as possible. It's become an industry standard for people to send in online tapes of themselves singing before they're invited for a live audition, so we've adopted that practice as well. We have people send in a video of themselves singing several different selections as well as the national anthem. After listening to all of those tapes, we decide who we'd like to invite, and then we instruct those people to meet with their local recruiter, who will walk them through a battery of tests to make sure that they are eligible to join the Army. Once their eligibility has been assured, the Army will fly them from anywhere across the United States to Fort Myer, Virginia to sing for us live. Once they're here, we ask them to sing several solo selections so that we can hear the quality of their voice and make sure that they're a dynamic performer. After that, we have them sing some ensemble selections to make sure that they can blend with other people and that they can follow a conductor. If they've made it that far, we'll also bring them in for an interview so that we can get to know them a little bit better. Hopefully, by the end of the day, we will have been able to hire at least one person. At that point, we'll send them off to HR to fill out the appropriate paperwork, and then they're off to basic training, and we'll see them in a few months. Thanks so much for your time, and I hope this answered any questions you might have about auditioning for the United States Army Chorus.
What does a typical workday look like?
Hello, Dr. Lee. I'm Sergeant First Class Heath Sorensen, bass vocalist and section leader of the basses in the Army Chorus. To answer your question, our schedule varies week to week. A light week may include chorus-only rehearsals for a few hours each day, to a heavier week of 2 rehearsals a day with the band and performances over the weekend. I learned early on in my time with the Army Chorus that no 2 weeks are the same. Now, we also dedicate time each day to our individual vocal practice. And as soldiers in the Army, we're expected to maintain our military bearing. And that includes physical fitness. So you might find us at the gym or on an early morning jog. Now, also many of us in the chorus have details outside of singing that help the Army Chorus and the Army Band as a whole function and run smoothly. Thank you for your question and have a wonderful holiday season.
Getting back to the music, we'll continue now with a very unique piece from the Army Chorus Library. Colonel Sam Laboda, commonly referred to as the founder of the Army Chorus, was the 4th commander of the U.S. Army Band Pershing Zone from 1964 through 1976. During his tenure, he developed a rather large Christmas production called Night of the Miracle. We'll now present Colonel Loboda's pared-down version entitled The Story of Christmas, complete with narration and song, retelling the original Christmas story. In appreciation of the beauty that is brought into our lives each year by the celebration of the birth of the Christ child, the United States Army Chorus extends to you a message in the story of Christmas.
Jesus was in a cloud stall with wise men and farmers and shepherds and all. But high from the steadfast stars light did fall, and the promise of angels it did then recall.
Now the birth of Jesus Christ was on this wise. In the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from God unto a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin espoused to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David. And the virgin's name was Mary. And the angel came in unto her and said, Hail, thou art highly favored. The Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, for thou hast found favor with God.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Maria, gratia plena, Maria, gratia plena, Ave, Ave Dominus, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus, et benedictus fructus ventris, ventris tui, Iesus. Ave
And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus, that all the world should be taxed, and all went to be taxed, every one into his own city. And Joseph also went up from Galilee out of the city of Nazareth into Judea, unto the city of David, which is called Bethlehem, because he was of the house and the lineage of David.
above thy
And so it was, that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them at the inn. And there were in the same country shepherds, abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone round about them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing. Heaven and nature sing. Heaven and nature sing. Heaven and nature sing. He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of his righteousness, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love.
And the angel said unto them, This shall be a sign unto you. Ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of the heavenly host, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men.
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
While shepherds kept their watching o'er silent flocks by night, behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light.
Let us all together go, tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
Down in a lowly manger our humble Christ was born, and God sent us salvation, that blessed Christmas morn.
Let us all together go, tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Oh, won't you go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Oh, won't you go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
And it came to pass, as the angels were gone away from them into heaven, the shepherds said one to another, Let us now go even unto Bethlehem, and see this thing which is come to pass, which the Lord hath made known unto us. And they came with haste, and found Mary, and Joseph, and the babe lying in a manger.
Softly the stars were shining, shining with golden ray over the baby Jesus, cradled upon the hay. Softly the babe was sleeping, angels their watch were keeping. Calm and secure, tender and pure, Jesus the Holy Child. Dear little baby Jesus, come to our hearts, we pray. May we be pure and loving, make us like thee today. Softly the babe was sleeping, angels their watch were keeping. Calm and secure, tender and pure, Jesus the Holy Child.
And when they had seen it, they made known abroad the saying which was told them concerning this child.
What child is this who lay to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping, whom angels greet with anthems sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping. This is Christ the King, shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste, bring him, Lord, the babe, the Son of
Now all this was done, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which being interpreted is God with us.
God rest you, merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day, to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Now to the Lord sing praises, all you within this place, and with true love and brotherhood each other now embrace. This holy tide of Christmas, all other doth
Comfort ye my people, saith your God. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory
We'll continue now by bringing back Dr. Lee to offer some more questions from the congregation.
Do you have other music endeavors on the side? Can you take on side jobs outside the Army Chorus?
Hello, Dr. Lee. My name is Sergeant First Class Andre McBray. I am a bass vocalist in the Army Chorus, and it's good to be here. It's a great question about endeavors on the side, and are we able to do side jobs? The answer is an emphatic yes. In fact, it's one of the main reasons why I joined the organization 14 years ago. A brief story for me, I joined the Army having learned about it from Alvy Powell, who was the Porgy at the time, performing all over the world, and I was his understudy in Tokyo, Japan. He told me about the job, and I thought, wow, that's interesting. This guy has this secure job. He's got health insurance, and he's getting this steady pay while being able to do this amazing work as Porgy and Bess, and he was fantastic. So years later, I looked into it, I auditioned, I got the job. I started to, not only was I in the job, but then I was performing with the National Symphony Orchestra, I was performing with the Baltimore Symphony Pops. It was wonderful. And then years later, I started to dabble into composition. I got into the New School, their performing studies program. I started traveling to New York 1 to 4 times a week. I got into BMI Lehman Engel Musical Theater Writers Workshop. That's a prestigious workshop for emerging musical theater writers. I got into that and was encouraged by the organization to do it. And you've got folks that have come through BMI like Alan Menken, like Kristen and Bobby Lopez, who wrote, Frozen, Let It Go. You've got Tom Kitt and Brian Yorkie, who wrote the Pulitzer Prize winning musical, The Next to Normal, who have come through BMI. A couple of months ago, Lin-Manuel, we have Zoom meetings every week as we share our work with one another. Lin-Manuel came through one of our Zoom meetings, and we've got these just amazing folks that are in BMI, and this is my community. And it's because of this organization that enabled me, that even encouraged me to be able to keep going and keep doing things that are outside. Because of the organization enabling me to do that, I'm able to be a part of this community and call these folks my colleagues. So it may be a long answer to your question, but honestly, I think of it less as endeavors on the side and more as dreams. It may sound cheesy, but it has been my experience that this organization has enabled me to live my dreams. And I'm not alone in that. I think about one of my colleagues, one of the guys in the chorus, Christian Douglas Hoff, who's performed with the Signature Theater, which is a Tony Award-winning theater. He's won competitions, the La Lenya competition, the American Traditions competition. He was a finalist. He was a resident artist with the Strathmore at the Strathmore Theater, and he's doing an album. Guys that have been professional choristers, professional soloists. Literally from volunteering at your church to doing international work, there are so many possibilities. So it's a good question. It's a great organization.
What are the different styles of music the Army Chorus sings?
Hi, Dr. Lee. I'm Master Sergeant Jason Gottschall, a tenor vocalist with the U.S. Army Chorus, and I also serve as its enlisted conductor. In that role, one of my responsibilities is actually to assist leaders with repertoire selection. The chorus performs a wide range of music written for an ensemble of tenors and basses like ours, using both published works and in-house arrangements. Last I checked, I think there were more than 3,000 pieces in our choral library. Of course, that includes a good deal of classical choral music through the ages. It also covers a broad range of American folk songs, standards, music of the stage and screen, right up to contemporary popular music. And as you might imagine, a large dose of patriotic classics. But we also specialize in foreign languages, particularly to support events where our nation's leaders interact with their counterparts from around the globe. At last count, I think we've got nearly 50 different languages represented in our library. In just the last few years, I've had the opportunity myself to write new arrangements for the Army Chorus in French, Chinese, Lithuanian, Hebrew, Thai, and Arabic. It's really one of the joys of this job, to have such an eclectic repertoire, to be able to leverage the versatility of all of the amazing singers I have the privilege to work with every day.
What is the most memorable performance you've had, and who did you perform for?
Hi, Dr. Lee. I'm Sergeant Major Alec Molly, and I currently serve as the choral element leader for the United States Army Band Pershing Zone. but for the past 25 years, I've had the privilege and pleasure of singing with the U.S. Army Chorus as a member of the bass section. I was asked to share with you my most memorable performance and who it was for. But if you'll indulge me, I would like to share with you two moments because they highlight the two major aspects of our job as vocalists: performing as a soloist and performing as a member of an ensemble. My first memorable moment goes back to 2001, when I was asked to be the featured vocal soloist at the inauguration of President George W. Bush. Never in my wildest imagination would I have guessed that this type of opportunity would come my way as a young military musician. But lo and behold, there I was on January 20th, singing for 300,000 people there at the Capitol and millions of people watching on television. Although this was a particularly big moment, it represents the type of solo mission that every vocalist could be asked to perform as part of his or her job. One of the most important aspects of our job is we get to serve as musical ambassadors when our senior military and civilian leaders host their foreign counterparts here in the United States. The chorus has a long history of providing musical support for these types of events, not only for the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, but for the President of the United States and leaders down to the Army's Chief of Staff. One thing that makes the chorus especially powerful is our ability to research, study pronunciation, and perform in the native language of these special guests. All this pertains to my other special memory, when in 2011 the Army Chorus was asked to create a program for then Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, General Martin Dempsey. General Dempsey understood the power of music and almost exclusively used the Army Chorus for his diplomatic functions. And on this particular evening, he was hosting a private dinner for his military counterpart, the Chief of Staff of Japan's Self-Defense Forces. The chorus had prepared a simple Japanese folk song called Furusato, which, unbeknownst to us, was a song the Japanese general knew well, as his mother had sung it to him as a child. As the beautiful melody and harmonies of the song unfolded, the general was literally overwhelmed with emotion and openly wept as we performed. As the song concluded, he dried his eyes and shared with everyone there the impact that hearing this song had on him, and he gave his profound and personal thanks for making such a special moment just for him. The Army Chorus has performed in countless situations like this, but the real emotional connection that we experienced on this evening with the Japanese general is the perfect example of the power of music to stretch beyond barriers of language or politics and highlights our strategic importance as ambassadors of goodwill on behalf of our Army and nation. As a member of the chorus, I have found myself providing the musical soundtrack for some of the nation's most historic moments, from nationally televised events to small private gatherings. And I'll always look back at my service as a military musician and member of the Army Chorus with immense gratitude and pride.
Speaking of memorable moments, up next we share with you a special project recorded at the White House, taking full advantage of their expert holiday decorating. You know, the holidays can be so bittersweet for the men and women of our armed forces stationed around the globe in harm's way in support and defense of this great nation. During this holiday season, they will not be home with their family and friends, but they will be in our hearts and in our minds. We offer this next song to our deployed troops and their families. Have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let
We have time for one more round of questions, selected by Dr. Lee.
Do chorus members have other roles in the Army besides the chorus?
Hi, Dr. Lee. I'm Sergeant First Class Ben Pattison and a member of the 2nd Tenor Section in the U.S. Army Chorus. The bread and butter, meat and potatoes part of the job and being a member of the Army Chorus is singing. That's what the Army hired us to do, and that's what they love us doing. That being said, most of the members of the group also take on additional responsibilities in helping facilitate our performances or take on other bookkeeping type jobs to keep the lights on and the doors open, which include, keeping us up to standards for our Army fitness and health exams and things like that. I myself am a producer for the Army Chorus, which means I help handle the logistics and communications with our hosts for our performances. I'm also a liaison between our public affairs department, but other members help facilitate those biannual Army physical fitness tests. Others help make sure our medical records are up to check. But really, what we do most of the time is to sing.
How much was travel a part of the job pre-COVID? How has COVID affected the nature of your job?
Hi, Dr. Lee. I'm Staff Sergeant Keenan McCarter, a baritone in the United States Army Chorus. Our main mission is to provide musical support for the nation's leadership. We're usually found in the White House, the Pentagon, or anywhere in the military district of Washington, performing for ceremonies such as change of commands, retirements, or even promotions. Occasionally, we are invited to travel to perform at major sporting events. Because of COVID-19 restrictions, we have been challenged to continue these missions online. We have done several concerts on YouTube and Facebook, which is great because our families get to check us out and to see what it is that we do. And they also have the opportunity to share that with their friends and other family members as well. Because of these restrictions, we have learned to develop new ways of pursuing our missions. Because everything is online, we have been mostly recording our parts at home individually, and we'll then send those parts through video or audio, or sometimes both, to a trusted colleague who would put them together and make it seem like we're all in the same room. We've also dedicated our time to assisting at the pharmacy and at the commissary and around the military district of Washington, checking temperatures and just filling in the gaps and doing what we can to assist other units.
Do you have any projects lined up post-COVID?
Hi, Dr. Lee. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Toven, Deputy Commander of the United States Army Band and Director of the Army Chorus. In terms of our plans for the immediate future, we're going to continue to put out online virtual products so that even in this public health situation that prevents us from gathering in person, we can still stay connected with our audiences, much like we've done today. If you haven't already, I encourage you to go out to our Facebook page and our YouTube channel to check out some of the content that we've created over these last 9 months. I particularly draw your attention to our 4-part installment of our American Holiday Festival. I guarantee that'll put you into the holiday spirit. In terms of the future, we'll continue to engage our audiences online while the public health situation prevents us from gathering in person. But once the public health situation improves and we're able to get back out and be together, we'll start doing our live performances again. We so enjoy connecting with audiences in real time and in real space, and very much look forward to doing that, hopefully sometime soon. In the meantime, we hope that you have enjoyed today's program. We look forward to seeing you online, and as I said, we very much look forward to seeing you all in person. Until then, I wish you all happy holidays.
On behalf of the entire Army Chorus, thank you for taking a moment during this busy holiday season to join us. And a special thanks to Dr. Lee for her assistance in coordinating this virtual performance, and of course for completing our program by presenting some of your questions. 2020 has been a year for the record books. As Lieutenant Colonel Toven mentioned, we look forward to a post-COVID world with a renewed sense of purpose and excited to fill our calendar and sing together in person once again. May you all be restored this holiday season with hopes of a happy and healthy new year. We close our program with "We Wish You a Merry Christmas."
We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. A Happy New Year. The United States Army Chorus wishes you all a Merry, 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 Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas.
Thank you everyone for tuning into the concert. And once again, thank you so much to the U.S. Army Chorus for the beautiful music today. Also, thank you to the AV team that have been streaming this for us. And please save the date for January 30th, 2021 at 7:30 p.m. for our annual benefit concert. This year's or next year's concert is in collaboration with Mount Vernon Unitarian Church, and our beneficiary is Planned Parenthood. More details will come soon on cedarlane.org/music-concerts. Hope you all have a safe and happy holidays and see you in the new year. Bye.